Here is a review of the new Deafheaven project, infinitegranite. Finally, finally the curse is broken. Finally, a band that I've loved for a long time has released a great project. Because Deafheaven Sunbather is one of my favorite metal projects of all time. I love it to death. I've played it so many times, and I've always, the first thing I've recommended to my friends when they have asked me for new metal albums or new age metal albums, it's immediately Sunbather by Deafheaven. So I was so hyped coming into this album, and the 180, I did not expect a shoegaze record out of the blackgaze kings, and I came in blind. Shellstar is a great intro. It is so sprawling and unlike anything I've heard from them. In Blur is a good follow up, and the walls of sounds. That's my major compliment on this album. The sound walls they make are so immense and so beautiful, and so, again, they're just grand in stature, and I love it. I love it so much. The song we get is Great Mass of Color, great bass line, with the guitar contributing really well. It then slows down to a good passage, but I think it's easily the worst part of the entire album. It kind of gets a bit boring at this point. But then we get to Neptune Raining Diamonds, which has the synths building and building and building, and it's so great. And it leads to Lament on Wasp, which is another great guitar part, and the singing is another critique I have on this album. It's just okay. But, I mean, it's shoegaze records. You never really care about the singing a lot on these records. But I'm not a massive fan of it. I'm okay with it. But if they were a bit better, I would have liked it a lot more. The second half of this song is great though. Villain is the worst song on the album, but it is still a completely good song. The gnashing is a highlight. The pace and the build up is so exhilarating on a first listen. And then Other Language and Mombasa and this entirely great album, because some people may think this is controversial, but I genuinely think this is one of the best albums I've heard this year. I'm giving it an 8.7 out of 10. It's going to be interesting to see how much I'll be returning to this project in the next few months and coming later towards my albums of the year lists.